medium. And for the next hour, we'll be looking at the questions that you've been sending in and digging a little bit deeper into what you can't see, but what the cards may reveal. Oh my guides, I've been working in this way for over 20 years, if you're new to this. And I have lots of different cards here. So we've got lots of cards, tarot cards, angel cards, love cards. And depending on what I feel is dependent on the pack that I use. I usually log in to asktheanswer.com, and if you go to the schedule there, you'll be able to see the hours that I do. Thank you to those who have watched the show, had a text answered, and followed up by giving me a call. It's really nice to hear your voice, so thank you for that. I'm always humbled to look at your questions, because it's a very emotional issue when things are going on in your life, you don't know where they're going, and to place your trust with your question with me is, I regard as quite a privilege. So thank you for that. So I hope you all had a good weekend. I have got a lot of questions here to get through again tonight. Right, okay, so now normally there would be a phone number going across the bottom of my screen, and it's not there. So I'm saying that because I know my lovely boss will hear me, I hope. So I don't know if that's working or not tonight. Don't send your questions via the YouTube channel. The best way to send a question is go to www.asktheanswer.com, and you can, a little purple hearts box will pop up. Make yourself a member, and then you will be able to pose your question. And they've just gone off my screen. Just 1 minute. So let me just fiddle with this. They were all there waiting to go. This is what happens, isn't it? Live TV. Let's see, where has it gone? Where have they gone? Where did you go? Heavens knows. Right, okay. Let's put that back on. Right, okay. So if you've sent a question in, it'll already be logged. If we can get to them. There we go. Fingers crossed. So, bear with me 1 minute. I have to resign into this. How did that happen? Normally we're all ready to go. Okay, fingers crossed. There we go. There we go. Questions are back. So let's start with the first question, which is Paula C. So good evening, Paula C. How are you? I hope you're well. I'm just going to read your question out now and pick some cards, what I feel I am drawn to. Let's have a look and see if you're drawn to these. Right, Paula C, starting the show this evening. Thank you for that. Paula C is asking, will I get a lodger soon? I've been trying for a while with no luck. I need it really to help me pay for a big birthday holiday. Thank you. Ooh, that sounds exciting. Right, okay, well, don't forget to ask your angels, all right? Ask your guardian angel to help with this as well. So let's have a look and see, Paula, when we can see a lodger coming in. And can we see a lodger coming to Paula's house? Now, Paula, can I just say to you, I've got the moon first, which says confusion. So is this, are you advertising it somewhere? Because I would check that your message is going out right. Because of the moon here, it might be sending out the wrong message or the wrong signal, or there's something to do with confusion and illusion to do with maybe advertising this lodger. You may think you're in the right place, but you might not be. So that's what I would say with that. Check your advert, check it's worded right. Get someone to read it as if it's not you, because when you write it, you know what's going on in your head, don't you? But when somebody else reads it, it might be different. That's the kind of thing I've got here. But I do have good news coming in around you. And I do have by the end of the summer. So the sun sign here, by the end of August or into 2 weeks in September. And there may be two people here So you've had nothing for ages. There you go, celebration. It's definitely coming in, right? But there's the celebration, okay? And I love this card because it's a real cheerful card. And of course, you want to save the money towards a holiday celebration, a birthday celebration. So I would check how it's being advertised. Is it worded right? That kind of thing. And then I feel then you've got great news coming in. And the Sun card, which tells me, yay, it's a fabulous result. So you are going to get there quite soon. All right, so just check. Or maybe they're not. Maybe you think it's being sent out and maybe it's not. But illusion and confusion is what's around it at the moment. Okie dokie. Right, so let's have a look and see who is next. So that was policy. We now have Trish S. So Trish S. I would like to know, please, have I met my soulmate? Right, okay. You shouldn't really be asking that question if you really felt it. Do you feel it? If you're not feeling it, it's a no. So, is it too good to be true? Is that why you're asking? Right, okay, let's have a look and see. Now, you haven't given me any date of birth or star sign. Could do with yours and theirs. So, let's have a look and see. I don't know if you can hear that. Ice cream van's outside. So, have you met your soulmate? Let's have a look. Have you met your soulmate? You're certainly on a new journey. Right, okay. Stability coming in around you. And I feel this person is very family orientated. But he might be somebody who also misses his family. Now, that's what I'm being told to say. But I'm not quite sure in what sense. Is his family in another country or far away? Do I feel soulmate connection? I wouldn't say so, but then you don't have to have a happy life with a soulmate. You can pick a life partner. He could be a life partner for you. So I would say more a life partner than a soulmate. He does seem to want to be around. Let me see. He's been looking. He's missing you. Why am I getting this distance here? He's missing you. So either missing you, missing family, something like that. Or it could be just very, very likes to be in your company all the time. Yeah. So I would call him a life partner. That's not a bad thing. Soulmates have to go through quite a difficult journey to learn more from it. Yeah. So I would say life partner is probably better, if not the same. So there you go, Trish S. Hope that makes sense. All right. Let's have a look and see who we've got next. Right. We've got Sarah Jane. Good evening, Sarah Jane. And Sarah Jane says, Anne, when will LC reach out to me? Any other details you pick up with him would be great. Much love, LC. Okay. When you're asking about somebody else, put the star sign on of the date of birth. The initials don't really give me much to go on to me, but we can have a look for sure. When will Elsie reach out to you? When will Elsie reach out to you? And any other details? Okay. When is there a man reaching out? Oh, there's a man coming back. First card. See it there? I love this card. It doesn't, if you were to read the book, it doesn't mean what. But for me, it's very much about someone coming back into your life. Right? And there he is. The full steam ahead. He's on his horse, charging forward, his sword in his hand. I'm coming back. Right, okay, and what I do have is in the next 4 weeks. So we have the Four of Wands here. So this would suggest to me the next 4 weeks. Right, okay, so I feel this man has missed you. I would say this man is somebody who is quite light-hearted, somebody who likes a lot of socializing, or somebody who's a lot of fun, got a good sense of humour. I'd even say quick-witted, actually, as a link into his energy. Somebody here who feels that he's let you down in some way. And it does show you being in control around this. I don't know if this is music I'm hearing. I want to say either he loves music or he's involved in music, but there's music all around him here. And if he's coming back, hopefully he's bringing good news for you, all right? So take good care and within the month, all right? Lots of love and thanks for sending in your question, as always. That was Sarah Jane. Right, okay. We've got Alex next, who is a Leo. Good evening, Alex. And they're saying, I am feeling a little stuck. I've started applying at different jobs and started the process of an interview. I want to know if I will be changing jobs and what the next year looks like for me. Okay, well, if you want me to do a year, Alex, you need to call me and we can have a look at it because I can't do it on a text. There's a lot that goes on in a year, isn't there? Right, so we're looking for work. And you've had an interview. And you've started the process of an interview. So when is Alex, the Leo, going to find this is your birthday month? Right, okay, renewed energy. Right, Alex, some work. If you have a birthday in 3 days, there's a celebration here. Look at this. Celebration, good times, fun, and laughter. Things have been a little bit sort of, nothing has manifested for you properly in the right way. But I feel once we get to your birthday, this is all going to change. Right, okay, let's have a look and see. Oh, right, I do have some kind of an offer coming in around you, and I do have opportunities. Let's see. Right, okay, so what it's telling me is you're very good, but you haven't reached your full potential yet. You're very good at what you do, but you need somewhere that you can grow. There is some kind of opportunity coming in around you that's quite balanced. But the Wheel of Fortune here is your luck is changing. So I feel that there's other things around you that are going to come in over the next month and take you down maybe a different path or mixing. I've got the Alchemist here. So I want to say doing something that you know half how to do and what are new skills. So I'm kind of mixing up the energy a bit here. So I do feel that there is something coming in for you, but I do feel we're mixing things up. 4 weeks, I feel much more security and much steadier, much more grounded feeling around you. And I feel then you can start to look forward, right? Signing contracts, even if it takes you into September, signing contracts. But this skill thing is, I want to take half of you now as you, of what you know, and then bring in another bag of tools. So there's something to do with you not quite doing exactly the same job as you've done before, but something that's changing, something maybe coming in that's going to say, well, we start off with this, but then we move into this. And there's that alchemy, there's that change, which brings about the best job. You know, you're really, really enjoying it. So, yeah, I will say watch what happens over the next couple of weeks. 4 weeks there, it's come out. All right. Thank you very much, Alex, and good luck with your question. If you feel a little need to zuzz up the energy, then carnelian is a good crystal to wear for your creativity, and citrine for confidence and success are the two crystals that I would say pop them in your pocket and let the energy work with yours, yeah? When you're going for a job. Right, okay. So we've got Mark next. So hello, Mark. Welcome. And Mark is saying, hoping you can give me some general guidance as the rest of the year will be for me personally and into next year as well. I'm a Capricorn. Well, let's have a look and see what comes out, Mark. You are a Capricorn. So what is the general guidance for you? Let's have a look and see. General guidance for Mark. It's nice questions, actually, because you've left it quite open. Right. Well, so far, no major hiccups. Okay. Which I like. I'm going to the end of the year. No major hiccups as I look in the cards moving forward. Right. Okay. There is a little bit of do I really know in what direction I want to move? Indecisiveness or not acting quick enough on things. There is a nice, be careful of getting dragged into arguments, yeah? There may be people that want to sort of pull you into their drama, yeah? But there is stability here. Again, the Four of Wands is a very stable card, having put down great foundations. And I feel when I get to October, there may be choices as to which way you go with your career. Not that one is wrong and one is bad, it's just that we seem to be considering options as which way to go. I do feel as if there's quite a nice sense of leisure, but you might even joining a club or something for a hobby or leisure. You are somebody who has got a good set of ethics, a good code. So you are somebody who people admire and respect because you bring in that morality. You will sort of oversee things with, you know what's right and what's wrong and how to do it. And then as we get to the end of the year, there is also a sense of balance and calmness, which is quite nice. Is there somebody getting married as well? I've got talk of marriage around you. Could be just a close friend, unless it's you. But I do have happy home as well. So I think, yeah, there's nothing really to shake, come in and shock you. I feel it's more about really looking at where you want to be going and what you really want to be doing. Okay, guided by your own intuition. Oh, education. Yeah, you might find yourself taking on new skills or learning education connected to you as well. So thank you very much for your text, Mark. Right, okay, so let's just put that there. Now, just to go on to YouTube, it's Karen Spores. She says, hello, I have a question, please. Right, Karen, I can't answer questions on there, but I can guide you to where you can ask your question. So if you go to www.asktheanswer.com, that's the website, and then this little box will pop up, purple hearts. Just sign up, it's free, okay? And you can go in there and you can pose your question to me, and it will come up here on my laptop. I have a list of people who've already posed questions. So I know it's long. There should be a number running across the bottom. I think it's run out the door, actually. But it's not there, so I can't give that out in case it's not working. So let's go back to who's asked questions. So Karen, I hope that makes sense to you, darling. Thank you for putting your question up there, but it's in the wrong place. And hello to Shaki too. Okay. Facebook. Okie dokie. So we've got Serena. Serena says, this past week I've not really felt all myself and seem to be letting things get to me for no reason. Will this feeling clear soon? Right, okay. There is a lot of heavy energy going on at the moment. We do have Venus in retrograde, Venus, and we do have Mercury as well. And so, in fact, there are a number of planets that are in retrograde. Retrograde simply means rest, reflect, review, and reset. Okay, but it is a kind of heavy energy, yeah, and there's a vulnerability here. So let me have a look and see. Off the top of my head, I don't know off the top of my head for the Venus. The Venus retrograde, I think it's until October. The Mercury retrograde will be gone by check me because I've not written it down. By the end of August. It's coming in and then the end of August. So those are the two I can give you. Whoops. So let's have a look and see if the planets are affecting you. There is a burst of energy to come through for you. Okay? And the cards are saying, don't allow things from the past to stop you moving forward. You may be overanalyzing things, but I do have a very nice celebration and party around you. And people with the drama. And there it is. It's about boundaries. Okay? There are a lot of people feeling like the teeth are on edge, you know. If you noticed, I find that people are quite reactive without thinking. So there's a lot of tense energy out there. So this draining of you, as soon as you can discipline yourself and put a boundary in. So when you're saying letting things get on top of you for no reason, it's like, I'm not listening to, it's like with the news, don't listen to the news, I'm not listening to that, yeah? Because it's all negative. So you need to look around you and cut out the negativity. You don't have to listen to it, you don't have to act on it, don't take it on board. Also that empathic way, you could be sucking things in, so empathy is something you've got a lot of. So push it all away, okay? It's not, unless it's you and it directly affects you, don't take anything else on board. A little bit of black tourmaline or black obsidian would be good in your pocket to put a barrier up or soak up the negativity. But don't take on other people's dramas. So, yeah. Okay. Lots of love and thanks for your question, Serena. I hope that helps. Put some boundaries in. Okay. So, somebody Shaki has put Mercury retrograde will go in its pre-shadow retrograde on the 3rd. It's usually in for 3 weeks, isn't it? So, yeah, it might be in its pre-shadow now and it goes proper retrograde on the 3rd. And then there's like 3 weeks. So, yeah. I'll go with you on that one. So, and please remember, I can't answer any questions on here. You have to go to asktheanswer.com. Make yourself a member. It's free, and pose your question that way, and that will come up here on my board because I've got a lot of questions in here. So you can send me a question for free. Or if you want to jump the queue, then come the VIP way, and I'll go the VIP way, and your question will go to the top of the queue. You can jump the queue. Yes, you can. Right, okay, so we've got Trevor next, and Trevor says, hi, I feel my whole life is gradually collapsing around me. Bless you. I have problems at work where I went for a promotion and didn't get after being more or less more or less I'd get it by my boss. Now I feel betrayed and wonder whether my promotion will ever come again. Right, okay, Trevor. Nothing worse, is there? I've had today actually, and I have had a few in the last couple of weeks where the bosses have been certain that they've been putting the right person forward and they've not got it. So I'm going to ask Trevor, how does your boss feel that he told you you would get it? What's going on? What's going on? Right, so your boss had the wrong end of the stick. So this moon energy around him was he's misread the situation, all right? So he shouldn't have said that to you. He has totally misread the situation. Right, okay, so will you get... Right, then I've got going for the interview, then I've got you're upset and shock. Right, okay, let's have a look and see. Right, you will get a promotion. You might have to wait. This is slow, okay? You've got good news coming in about progress and moving forward, or even a business opportunity there, right? So I would say to you, yes, there is still something that, well, if it's not that, there's another opportunity coming in around you. Now, oh, and an offer. Look at that. Something is being offered up to you. Right, so when is this? When is this? Because this is slow. I've got between now and April, right? So I know that's a big window, but this is a slow card. Slowly moving, but it's a very grounding card. So although it's slow, it's like I'm gathering all the information, that I need to actually achieve it. And then when I get there, I know what I'm doing. So I would say yes, you will. Okay, keep your chin up. All right. Your boss shouldn't have said that to you because he has misread the situation. So yeah, I was going to ask the question, wasn't I? He's misread it. How is he feeling about this for you? I don't think he's pleased with himself. Look at that. Feels a bit upset. There he is. Feels a little bit upset about what's happened. So I don't think he did it on purpose. All right. He really believed in you. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Trevor. Right, so we have Verity next. So good evening, Verity. And Verity says, do you see new love coming into my life? I have been single for a long time, and I really wish to find true love and form a stable love relationship. I'm a Virgo, if that helps. That helps beautifully. That helps beautifully, Verity. What's that name, Verity? It's really pretty. So we're looking for new love coming into your life. Right. Oops. Now, on a call, we would look at the various ways love is going to come in. Well, I would anyway. So it's a big question. Right. True love for Verity. What have we got going on here? Do you know, sometimes when you get to that point where you think, I'm definitely going to ask this question now, and then the answer comes back just a little bit longer. Because you have got new emotional good news coming in around you. The Ace of Cups talks of a new, happy, emotional journey moving forward. And I do have a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn gentleman sat here. Now, he is looking at you at the moment, right? Well, if I put the two of you together, make a lovely couple. So, there we go. There he is. Okay. So, it feels to me like this man already knows or has spotted you, all right? And it would back this up by saying it may be somebody you've known from a long time ago. Yeah, we've got the memory card around it. And then we have the Nine of Cups, which your wish being fulfilled. So I have to say yes to your question. On a timing line, I've got within the next 3 months or next year, March, the 3rd month. So the number 3 is significant in this. Yeah. Now I'm not getting. Am I getting? No. Let's check. How is he finding you? Face to face. Because I usually look for internet or face to face or through family and friends. Face to face, and there could be, if you work long hours or something that makes you work longer, something to do with having just finished work or working a long event, something like that here, is where it comes in. So good luck with all of that. You are not on the shelf, my darling, by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, and that was Verity. So we're running through these nice and quickly. Right, so let's have a look and see. We've got, just have a little sip of water. Hello to Chaley, who's watching on YouTube. Welcome. So we've got Dominique. Dominique says, can I have a general reading, please? So, Dominique, you can have a general reading. So let's have a look and see what's coming up generally for you. A general reading. Right, okay. So, big question. So, where do I start? You've asked for a general reading. So, the general response here is maybe needing to seek professional advice with the situation around you. You are getting good advice. It could be something linked to finances or money. But I do feel as if there's some good advice being given to you from a professional source. I do feel as well there's some good news coming in around you regarding somebody who you may not have seen for quite a while. There are lots of new beginnings around you. You have this lovely energy at the moment that you just have to nurture things. When you buy a plant, you have to water it, talk to it like me, and nurture it. So there's a nurturing of things needed over the next couple of months. The more you nurture, the more things will blossom for you, to the point where you've got recognition here around you. So being rewarded for your work, the efforts and investment you've made has paid off, which is really nice. And then we've got something else being offered here again. So I want to say things are opening up to you, but they need to be nurtured, yeah? They need to be looked after. And then we see you standing here very pleased with yourself, with your fine clothes and jewellery and money in the bank. This is a really lovely card to get. Queen of Pentacles, you're seen as somebody who has it all. Naturally, you don't, but that is how you're being seen as. So everything coming together really well. All right. So lots of love and thanks very much for your question, Dominique. Okay, so we've got next up we've got Robert, and Robert says, short and sweet, will I meet someone new? Right, Robert, let's have a look. Will you meet someone new? Are you going to meet someone new? Let's have a look. Will you meet someone new? Right, will Robert meet somebody new? There you are, Robert, sitting waiting. There you are, the king on his throne, looking to see who's coming forward. And there she is. And she's blonde. There you go. See with the shine. These are holographic cards, so they sort of have a lot of shine on them. There she is. This would suggest to me around Christmas time, okay? There is somebody new coming in around you around the Christmas period. And there's a nice balance. You complement one another really, really well. She could be an Aquarian, Gemini, or Libran energy. So watch out for her. I've got around, well, I just heard December actually, because the star card can take me into January, Aquarius, but they're saying December. So make sure you go to all the Christmas parties, Robert. That's what I would do. Lots of love and thanks for sending in your question. Right, okay. Hello to Serenity Hills. Serenity, hello and good morning from the West Coast. And good morning to you. It's lovely. Thank you for joining us. Serenity, if you want to ask a question, you need to go to the website www.asktheanswer.com, and there it will come up purple hearts. Make yourself a free member, and in the members for you, you can put your question in, because I can't do it off YouTube. I've got a list. Your question will come through to this computer, and I'll be able to read it out and look at it. I am only here till 8 o'clock, so I've got 20 minutes left. Plenty of time to do that, unless you've just got up and it takes you a while to come round if you're anything like me these days. Right, okay, so next question is Angela Scott. And Angela Scott says, will I find love? Right, okay. Feel Angela. Feel quite angelic with you. I want to pull a card and ask the angels, will you find love? Okay, so first card out is Angela. Are you taking a couple of days off? There's a need to go and sit and think about what you want. Have some time out. Have a rest. Okay? Look at what you're looking for. Design what get all your ducks in a row of what you want with somebody. And then we got romance. So looking at this, there you go. It's a gorgeous card. The angels are bringing in romance. So, and everything has to start with romance. So I would say 2 to 3 months here looking at this. Let me just turn some cards over. See what I've got. 10 weeks. Yeah. Celebrate again. This card's I've got you're doing celebrations and birthdays, because this card's come out again in a different pack. So yes, you will. Okay. Just keep your awareness open. All right. Stay aware and alert. Right. Okay. So let's look at the next one. And what we've got Sarah, and Sarah saying, what is in store? Sarah, let's have a look. What is in store for you? What is in store for Sarah? Love. Look at that. 2 swans here. Lots of love around you. Right, okay. So, there is a male here who is offering up the hand of friendship. Now, I've got two different types of characters here. So, have you had an issue with a male, a Gemini, Aquarius, a Libran? Because I seem to have a lot of stress with a connection to there, as if I've wasted my time with him. So, feeling let down, don't want to know. But then I've also got a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So, I want to say this guy is actually moving towards you. And there's nice Texas. It's an earth sign. I think there's been a lot going on for you mentally. But I want to say, don't give up hope, because there is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. And there's going to be lots of nice flirty texts, having a laugh, and someone who's a little bit more solid than the other person or the issues that have been going on around you just recently. Okay? Hope that makes sense to you. Thanks very much for your question. And that was Sarah. Right. So we've got Jessica. Jessica says, I'm looking for a soulmate. She's the third of the 3rd, 1971. So you're a Pisces. Right, Jessica. Let's ask a soulmate or a life partner. A life partner's good. Right, so when will Jessica find true love? When will Jessica find true love? Jessica, it might not be in this country. It could be overseas. Because I have the world here. America, Canada, Australia, anywhere that is more than 4 hours away from here. Now, that person may be in the UK, but has links to any of those long distance countries. And that's what that's telling me. And of course, it's a symbol of success. It's you get the medal when you pass your exams, run a race, whatever, certificates. And this is success, right? This is absolute success. But I feel the person will be linked to one of those, well, a long haul, as we call it from the UK, country. Oh, there he is. He's a fire sign. I don't take much looking for that. Aries, Leo, Sagittarian. He is somebody who runs his own business. He could be a tradesman, have his own electrician's outfit, carpenter, anything like that. He's very good with his hands. And he's well solvent too, okay? So I think he's got his own business. Yeah, he does work a lot. And you are, actually, because you're Pisces there, going into Aries. Well, you're not cusp, but you've got the Aries energy, so you may have an Aries or a fire moon. And you're actually, what I've got here is, I've actually got the Mr. and Mrs. in the deck. So that's him and that's you, although you're not. This is you feeling empowered and independent and knowing your own mind. And I would say you've got within the next 9 months, my darling, 9 months. And I feel you'll be able to let go of everything around you that doesn't work for you and move on into new times. So actually, that is quite surprising. And the letter P comes in around this as well, right? So I'll leave that with you. Thanks very much. Right. We've got, that's Jessica. Let's have a look and see where we're at now. We've got Nancy. Nancy says, will my platonic businessman who likes me ask me to date him? Right. Platonic businessman who likes you. Ask you to date. Let's give these a good shuffle. Right. Well, the magician here talks about lots of communication. So he obviously likes talking to you. And he's being guided by spirit too. So let's have a look and see. Yeah, he's looking to the future here. So there is a major breakthrough going on here with your platonic businessman. So I would say I've got 1 and 1. So either 1 day, 1 week, 1 month max. And there's a nice sorting out around all of that. So I would say if he hasn't done it by 6 weeks, move on. Yeah. Don't wait forever, because I do feel he does like you. All right, but I think you know that too anyway. So let's have a look and see who's the next one. That's Nancy. And we have Gillian. So good evening, Gillian. Just say hello to Patricia Heron. Hello to you. So let's have a look and see who's next. So we've got hello, Anne. My name is Gillian and have been in a relationship with a lovely man called Steve for nearly 12 years. I have recently begun to wonder if he is losing interest in me. I'm not sure. Do you see us staying together? Good question, that. So let's have a look. Gillian and Steve. Okay. Let's have a look and see what's going on there. Is he losing interest in me? Let's have a look at Steve. I've no date of birth here or star sign, which would have been good for such a big question. So let's have a look and see. Right. Right. So he does feel as if things are stuck or stagnant or same old, same old. He doesn't feel as if he's progressed in the relationship, right? Now, how that can come across could be, when was the last time you had a holiday together? When was the last time you had a date night together? When was the last time you and him just had time together, right? So the first card out is here he is, but he's just sat on his horse. He's not doing anything. But also, we could ask the question, because I obviously don't know too much at the moment, is why does he feel he doesn't want to do anything, right? So let's have a look and see what's going on here. Has he worked really hard? Again, we go back to this having a holiday, because I feel as if there's a lot of pressure on him here, where he is maybe working long hours, hasn't got the energy. There's more going to be revealed over the next 2 weeks. So, looking at this, and then we come to the end of the cycle as to say, well, in actual fact, there is a successful conclusion to this. Now, what I haven't got here is sitting down and talking about things. That's what I don't have. And I feel as if there needs to be, okay, so I don't feel, you don't have to let it be over unless you are losing interest in him, yeah? So would suggest that you sit down and have a good long discussion about how you feel, how you can change things up again, do things that you haven't done for a while. You know what, relationships do come to a stale point if one of us doesn't put the energy into it. It always has to have the energy. It's always a continual cycle. And when one person gets tired, the other one picks up the reins and then runs with it. Then when they get tired, the other one will do it. So there's this sort of give and take. But I feel as if he's just stood still. So I don't feel he's given much. But then I also think he's not taking anything as well. So that makes sense. But with the psychic lady here, it always talks about more will be revealed over the next 2 weeks. Yeah. And so what you need to do there is really encourage him to talk more. Yeah. Don't sit and guess. This is your 12-year relationship. Don't sit and guess about it. Yeah. Make sure you have that conversation. And I do feel he will apologise. There's almost a sense here of saying, I'm really sorry, but, I've just got caught up with work and things. And it's nothing of the sort. And he knows that you're a strong person. He knows that you can deal with things. So, and then by 4 weeks again, 4 weeks tonight, things start to get back on track. There you are. And it's it sometimes does us good to think about how can we revamp this? How can we do things differently? How can we, inspire one another? How can we enjoy fun time together, doing daft things together? This is all about a continual growth. You'll learn more about yourself and your relationship than in any other thing that you do in this lifetime. Okay, so I would say no. I don't feel it's going to fall apart. I just feel it needs more energy and more excitement coming in. Yeah. So let me just have a look. About him. There we go. Healthy choices. Okay. So what it means is making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, and being happier. So it's all about looking after ourselves. It's all about looking after other people, but it's also looking after the relationship. So healthy choices. You do have a choice. And I do feel you've got a karmic relationship there. So I don't feel that this is meant to break up, if that makes sense to you. Yeah. Right. Okay. So it's time for me to go. Wait a minute. I'm just going to check. There's no more there. There we go. Let's just check my screen. Okay, I think we've got them all now. So, once again, a full packed show. Now, please remember, I'm about to log on. If you go to asktheanswer.com, I will be logging on about 8:05. And my PIN number is 500345. And thank you to, like I said, thank you to those who have had a text answered and come through and got more on a phone call. On a phone call, a text is only a snippet. It can only give you so much. But on a phone call, can you imagine that just multiplies and multiplies and goes deeper and deeper and deeper into your energy and able to give you much deeper and more involved answers. So I am going to go live at just 8:05. I'm going to have closed everything down here. It's been great to see you all. And don't forget, we always have psychics available on asktheanswer.com 24/7. Yeah. We also have the webcam option whereby you can have a reading face to face with if the reader is logged on, with a reader. So not only do you, instead of sitting both at the end of the phone, you can see your cards, you can interact with the psychic. It's a really cool thing to do. So why not treat yourself to a webcam reading? And again, go on the schedule, check who's on there. You'll be able to see. Yeah. How cool is that? And don't forget, we record the tape with the readings, and you can go back in and play over it for up to 4 weeks. So you've always got a copy of your reading too. So I can just hear the rain pouncing down. I don't know about you, but I'm going off to build an ark after I've done this. Well, done my stint. I'll be on the lines for another hour. But after that, I'm going to call myself. I'm going to rename myself Noah and build myself an ark and get some flippers for my feet, because the way the rain's coming down day in, day out, it's ridiculous, isn't it? So we'll say a little prayer for global warming. We'll get some angels on that. So yeah. And thank you for joining me here tonight. So thank you so much. It's always a joy, always a pleasure. Don't forget to look me up on asktheanswer.com, and I'll see you all next week. Mwah! Lots of love. Take care and have a lovely week.